What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat basketball channel. My name is Amir. Before I get into today's video, I just want to thank everybody for their continued support. I hit my goal of getting 300 subscribers last week, so my new goal is to get 400. And if you could comment, share this video, and subscribe to the channel, it would definitely mean a lot to me. So, um, yeah, today's video. Want to talk about a few topics. So one, of course, I want to talk about the latest on Damian Lillard. Even though it's been obviously relatively quiet and there's not a ton of new information out there. But I want to talk about Damian Lillard, the latest that we've heard. And I want to talk a little bit about the FIBA World Cup semifinals. So first, Team USA lost to Germany. I don't know what the final score was. I think they lost by like 4 or 3, whatever it was. But close game. They were down 12 points, I believe, at most at one point in the quarter. And entering the fourth quarter, they were down by 10. I watched only the fourth quarter because the games were on super early. And so I was able to catch the fourth quarter and was pretty disappointed in general just by Team USA's performance. The fact that they're not in the championship, I think, is quite ridiculous. I know it's a different type of game. There's different rules. It's not the same as an NBA game. But still, and I know these players have never played with each other really. I don't think there's like any teammates on Team USA. So they don't have a lot of familiarity or chemistry. Unlike a lot of these European teams that or in African teams that have played with each other before in the past, so have some chemistry. And so, yeah, it's disappointing the fact that the NBA talent on Team USA was not able to override the chemistry, I guess, and different rules. And so, yeah, I think it's kind of embarrassing. It wasn't the greatest team. This was the Team USA A team. I mean, we have players like Bobby Portis on the team. We had Austin Reeves, who's not bad, but Austin Reeves is on the team. I mean, Triple J is good, but he didn't look that great during this tournament. Fouled out a lot and wasn't that amazing defensively. That his greatest strength is his defense. So, yeah, Josh Hart on the team. This is not the best representation for the Team US in terms of NBA star talent and players like in the past where they had like Curry and Durant and Bam Adebayo, Aim and D Wade and a bunch of players. So I just think it's ridiculous that they weren't able to figure out and play well enough on the defensive end to shut out some of these global teams. So yeah, pretty embarrassing that they lost, but it's not lose an opportunity to win a gold medal or even a silver. So I don't think it's the biggest deal, but quite embarrassing in my opinion. On the other end, Serbia beat, who the hell did they play today? Was it Lithuania? I don't even know. Who cares? They ended up winning, and so Nikola Jovic is now going to be in the FIBA World Cup final, and we were hoping that Serbia was going to win, which is pretty impressive. They don't have Jokic, so that's pretty cool that they made it all the way to the final. But I was hoping that it would have been a battle between Jovic and Eric Spoelstra, who's an assistant coach for Team USA. But unfortunately, US didn't hold up their end of the bargain. But Serbia did, and Jovic played pretty good. I mean, he had 8 points, like a rebound and assist. He went 4 for 4 from the field, which is good because he went 1 for 13 in the other 2 games combined after his really hot start and after being a player of the game 2 games ago. He had 2 duds and had a good performance. And he's 20 years old. He's like the youngest guy on the team. So he doesn't have that full experience like players like a Bogdanovic, who I think at 29 has been crushing it. He's been in the league longer, he's a little bit older, so still impressed by his performances. I still don't think he's untouchable when it comes to Dame. If it's for someone else, then perhaps I don't know, but I'd still rather have Dame Dollar on this Heat team, obviously. But one thing to note also, which I thought was funny, is I don't know, he's starting to develop a little bit of some constant swag. Again, he's been playing more this off season. He's had a good summer, played well in summer league, played well obviously so far in this FIBA World Cup tournament. Put on 15 pounds of muscle. Is going to be in the rotation unless he gets traded. So, what's funny was after the game, they played Canada. Okay, that's who it was, obviously. So they played Canada. That's right. And after they won the game, when Jovic was walking into the locker room, he took a shot at Dylan Brooks, who, after he got ejected in the previous game against Slovenia, he was in the locker room or the tunnel, and he had some boxing. I don't know where the hell he got those boxing gloves from, but hilarious. The guy's obviously public enemy number one in the NBA. Obviously, we remember what he did to LeBron in the playoffs, talking smack, getting put in his place. He also said something in the tournament recently that he's like the best perimeter player in the world, the league, in this tournament. I think kind of ridiculous. Definitely a good defender. I would think he's the best perimeter defender in the NBA, let alone the world. So anyway, so after he did against Slovenia, he was just like shadow boxing, like in the tunnel or the locker room, wherever it was, which I thought was stupid. He's just clowning and trolling. And so Nikola Jovic did the exact same thing. Like he started doing the shadow box to mock Dylan Brooks after they beat them. So I thought it was kind of funny. Just let the young man show some of his personality, let it shine, get some swag before the regular season. And yeah, if he doesn't get traded, then I'm excited, honestly, for the pieces that we do have. We did lose two key players in Max and Gabe, but we did upgrade the roster essentially with minimum contracts with players like Josh Richardson, and then of course Thomas Bryant, and then we added Jaime Haas, who could get into the rotation, could be a good rookie, and then of course Jovic. We're excited to see what he can become as a second-year player who can complement Bam Adebayo and play like a point forward, if you will, off that bench alongside Kyle Lowry. If Damian Lillard is traded, he's going to definitely be off the bench too, though. But anyway, on Damian Lillard front, hasn't been too much going on, but in the last couple of days, there's been a few reports that have come out. One report came out from a podcast, I believe. I think it was Zach Lowe and Bobby Marks were talking, and they both said they've heard nothing. Like it's been quiet, radio silent. Like the teams have not engaged, so there's nothing new there. But there hasn't been any traction as summer's ending, which could be a problem. So we know executives are starting to ramp up and starting to focus on being prepared for training camp, which happens on October 2nd. And so we saw reports in the past few weeks that said the Blazers and the Heat plan on conversing and negotiating perhaps once it gets closer to training camp. And then these reports that just came out a couple of days ago, people from NBA insiders, analysts are just hearing that they're still not even close to communicating, which is disheartening, obviously, because it's day 69 since Damian Lillard requested that trade, and they're holding him hostage against his will. He wants to be free. He wants to play with Jimmy and Bam. He wants to be in South Beach. He wants to win a championship, but he's held hostage there. I'm just joking and exaggerating, obviously, but yeah, that was the latest from the Low Post. I believe it was Low Post podcast. Either way, they just mentioned just that deflating update talks And so yeah, we're talking about the game of chicken, right now. So, and Miami's not willing to budge from their stance because they're the only team right now that has an offer for Damian Lillard. So I know the Blazers and Cronin are they do their due diligence, and he said back in his presser that he's going to wait as long as it takes. It could take months, which has been true, but he said he wants to wait as long as possible, which is quite frustrating. And so that was 2 days ago, and then today or yesterday, another report came out from Woj saying that he believes it's possible that Portland is going to keep Damian Lillard and bring him to camp. And they think that Damian Lillard, as he said after the whole memo thing, is that they believe Damian Lillard will show up to camp, even though he wants to be traded to the Miami Heat. And so Woj said Pro could possibly at this point wait 15, 20, 25 games, so a few months into the season, to see where his team stands as well as where other dominoes fall. Basically, just seeing if there's any other team that might become desperate or will desire to trade for Damian Lillard during the season, and perhaps they will then put together a better package is offered thus far, which I think is just ridiculous. So, is Dame going to show up to camp? I believe he would. Is he play in the regular season? I think he would if he had to, but like, would he sit out? I don't know. You guys think he would sit out and not play? Like, I don't think that's in his DNA. I think he would play, but it would be awkward. Like, is Scoot going to become a bench? Like, he's a lottery pick. He needs to be playing as much as he possibly can. And is he going to play next to Dame? Like, I don't understand what they're going to do. Then are they going to have the smallest lineup with him, Scoot, maybe Simons at the 3? Like, what are they going to do with Sharp then? Like, is he going to be at the 4 and then Nurkic at the 5? Like, I don't know what Cronin's thinking. Like, so one, are they going to play Dame and start him? 2, are they like not 2, but are they like aren't they afraid that he's gonna get hurt possibly? Like if Damian Lillard plays 10 games in the season and in game 11 he tears his ACL, then it's over. Then it's over. No one's gonna trade for him. He's gonna be coming off injury. He's already 33 years old. He already has a ridiculous contract. So how much of a package, or how many teams are going to be trying to trade for a player who is, some reports have said that he's becoming injury prone. I don't think he has. He's been pretty durable. And last year, the last 10 games, they forced him to sit out so they can get a lottery pick. So they're tanking. But why risk it? Like, you're going to risk getting injured, you're going to get nothing. And even if it's not severe, then he's going to be damaged goods still. And people are going to be worried because then that label of him being injury prone might be true. So why would you risk that? I don't think it makes sense. And then number 2, like, you're taking away from the ability of Scoot to get the most meaningful minutes that he could get as a rookie, and then you're also potentially going to get more wins than you want. Like, why would you not want to tank right now and just let the young folks just live and learn and play like the Houston Rockets have been doing with like Jalen Green and Jabbar Smith and Sengun, however you say his name. Like, I don't understand. Like, you want these young players to learn and develop, get some experience, and you want to lose so you can get better picks, just like the Rockets. Like, literally, like, they got Jalen Green and that bar year after that. So I don't understand why you would be in a win now mentality with Dame instead of just losing with your young talent, like letting them develop and learn. So I don't know. I think it's crazy that they think that it's possible they can keep him for the first 20, 25 games of the season, and then they think that any other team's going to come up and say, okay, maybe I will trade for Dame and put a better offer than the Miami Heat. And it's so funny. People have been talking shit about the offer. We're willing to give 3 to 4 picks. So 3 picks, and if we trade Tyler Hero to a third team, that would be 4 first-round picks. Kyle Lowry, who has a $30 million expiring contract, get him off the books, buy him out, whatever. that's good for a team that's rebuilding. And throw in Jaime Jaquez and Jovic. And I know some Heat fans are going to be dumb and say that's way too much, but it's Damian Lillard. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Jovic and Jaquez haven't proven shit in the NBA. They're not on Jimmy's timeline. Jimmy's 33, 34 years old. Like, pair him up with Dame, give him that complimentary third player, all-star, so he can have a real big three and win a championship. So Jovic has proven again in the World Cup and the Summer League that he's going to be a potentially good player. I mean, like, he's the number 27 pick, I guess, 2 years ago. Like, look what he can be, like, based off of his performances last year when he played 15 games in the regular season and his Summer League and World Cup experience. So he's not a terrible asset. Jaime Jaquez Jr. is someone Portland was interested in possibly drafting themselves. He looks like he can be a good player as well. So I think it's just hogwash that they're saying that another team will come in with a better package. And because Dame doesn't want to go anywhere else, he still only wants to go to Miami. So just set him free, make this trade happen. Again, I still think it's going to happen. I wouldn't be shocked if it doesn't happen because like anything's possible, but like it could take time and he could be traded somewhere else in theory. Like Kawhi Leonard didn't want to go to the Raptors, but he got traded to the Raptors and they won a championship, luckily. And then he went to LA soon after, the year after. So it's not impossible that he doesn't get traded to the team he wants to go to. But I just think he's your franchise best player. Just he's been serviceable, and he's been a wonderful asset to your organization, your team, your city for 11 years. Like, give him what he wants. He put everything into it, right? He tried his hardest to be successful, and he didn't have the right teammates and the pieces with him in order to accomplish that. So just set him free and let him come home to his new home in South Beach so he can win a championship with Jimmy Butler. All right, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think it's crazy that Cronin might keep him for the first 20, 25 games? I know the Portland fans won't think that, but as Heat fans, do you think it's crazy? Because I think it is. So let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.